Imagine reaching into an old coin jar, opening a forgotten drawer, or checking the spare change in your pocket and discovering a single penny that could be worth more than a luxury mansion. It may sound unbelievable, but some rare wheat pennies have sold for hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars because of their incredible rarity, minting errors, and historical significance. In today's video, we're revealing 4 of the rarest and most valuable wheat penny 1-cent coins ever known. These legendary coins have fascinated collectors for decades and continue to break records at major auctions around the world. You'll learn what makes them so special, how to identify key features, and why experts are willing to pay life-changing amounts for these tiny pieces of copper. Whether you're a serious coin collector or simply curious about hidden treasures that might still be out there, this video could change the way you look at every penny you find. Stay until the end, because one small detail could help you recognize a fortune hiding in plain sight. Let's dive into the amazing world of ultra-rare wheat pennies and discover the coins that turned ordinary cents into extraordinary wealth. Coin number 1, the 1958D wheat penny. Have you ever wondered if an ordinary-looking 1-cent coin could change your life? Imagine cleaning out an old drawer, opening your grandfather's coin collection, or checking a dusty piggy bank that hasn't been touched for years. Among dozens of common coins, you notice a single Lincoln Wheat Penny, dated 1958, with a tiny D mint mark below the year. At first, it doesn't seem special. After all, it's just a penny. But what if that small copper coin has a story that most people don't know? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring one of the most talked about wheat pennies in the collecting world, the 1958D Lincoln Wheat Penny. The Lincoln Wheat Cent was introduced in 1909 and quickly became one of America's most recognizable coins. On the reverse side, 2 wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent, creating the classic design that collectors still admire today. The year 1958 was especially important because it marked the final year this famous wheat penny design was produced before the reverse changed forever. That alone makes it an interesting piece of history. Now take a closer look at your coin. Does it have a small D under the date? If yes, it was struck at the Denver Mint. Many people assume every old coin is valuable, but experienced collectors know that several factors determine a coin's importance. First comes condition. Coins with sharp details, little wear, and attractive surfaces are usually more desirable than heavily circulated examples. Next comes originality. Collectors prefer coins that have not been cleaned or polished, because cleaning can permanently damage the surface. Then there are minting errors. Sometimes a coin leaves the mint with an unusual characteristic such as doubling, an off-center strike, or another production mistake. These unusual pieces often receive much more attention from collectors. If you own a 1958D wheat penny, inspect Lincoln's portrait carefully. Look at the hair above his ear. Check the cheek and jawline. Turn the coin over and examine the wheat stalks. Look for strong details and even coloring. Even tiny differences can matter. This is why professional grading companies examine coins under magnification before assigning an official grade. Many collectors spend years searching through bankrolls, estate sales, flea markets, and inherited collections hoping to discover a hidden treasure. Sometimes they find nothing. Sometimes they uncover a coin that surprises everyone. And that possibility is what keeps the hobby exciting. Now comes the question everyone has been waiting for. How much could a 1958D wheat penny be worth? The answer depends entirely on its authenticity, condition, rarity, and whether it has any significant mint errors. Ordinary circulated examples are generally worth only a modest amount. However, according to the information used for this video, an exceptionally desirable 1958D wheat penny in very good collectible condition has been reported with an estimated market value of around $120,000. That incredible figure is why collectors continue searching through old coin collections and forgotten boxes every single day. So before you spend your next wheat penny, take a few moments to inspect it carefully. The next coin on our list is even more fascinating, so stay tuned. You won't want to miss it. Coin number 2, the 1956 wheat penny. What if one small detail on an old penny could make collectors stop and take a second look? Today we're uncovering another fascinating coin that has captured the attention of coin enthusiasts across the world. The 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark. At first glance, this coin looks just like thousands of other old pennies. It features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the classic wheat ears on the reverse side. But experienced collectors know that sometimes the smallest details can make all the difference. If your coin has no mint mark below the date, it means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During that time, Philadelphia-produced pennies typically did not carry a mint mark, making them easy to identify once you know where to look. But don't rush to spend it just yet. Many collectors carefully inspect every 1,956 wheat penny they find, searching for unique characteristics that might separate an ordinary coin from a much more desirable example. One feature often discussed is the appearance of the reverse side. If you notice unusual gray-colored spots, discoloration, or distinctive surface characteristics, the coin deserves a closer inspection. While some spots may simply result from aging or environmental exposure, others can make collectors investigate further to determine whether the coin has any unusual production history. The first thing experts examine is the overall condition. Are Lincoln's facial details still sharp? Is the lettering crisp and easy to read? Do the wheat stalks show strong definition? Has the coin retained much of its original surface? Every tiny detail matters. Professional grading companies use magnification and strict standards to evaluate these coins, and even a single grade difference can have a significant impact on collector demand. Many beginners think only gold or silver coins are valuable. In reality, certain copper pennies have created enormous excitement in the coin collecting community simply because of their rarity, preservation, or unusual characteristics. That's why experienced collectors search through estate sales, antique shops, flea markets, inherited collections, and even bank coin rolls, hoping to discover an overlooked treasure. Some spend years looking without finding anything extraordinary. Others make an unforgettable discovery when they least expect it. If you happen to own a 1,956 wheat penny with no mint mark, examine it carefully under good lighting. Check both sides. Look closely at the lettering. Inspect the date. Study the wheat ears and the fields around them. Any unusual feature should be documented before making assumptions about value. One important rule every collector follows is never clean an old coin. Even gentle polishing can permanently damage the original surface and reduce collector interest. If you believe your coin is special, preserve it exactly as you found it and consider professional evaluation. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. How much could this coin be worth? The answer depends on authenticity, overall condition, rarity, and collector demand. Most examples trade for much lower amounts than sensational headlines suggest. However, according to the value information used for this video, a highly desirable 1,956 wheat penny with no mint mark and the described characteristics has been estimated at around $95,000 in the current market. That impressive figure explains why collectors continue searching through old coin jars and forgotten collections every single day. And remember, we're only halfway through today's countdown. The next wheat penny on our list has an even more intriguing story, so don't go anywhere. Coin number 3, the 1,956D wheat penny. We've already explored 2 fascinating wheat pennies, but the next coin on our list is another piece that many collectors love to examine closely. The 1,956D Lincoln Wheat Penny. At first glance, it may seem like just another old 1-cent coin. It features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the classic wheat ears design on the reverse. But hidden within this simple design is a history that continues to attract coin enthusiasts from around the world. The first thing to check is the date. If it reads 1,956 and has a small D mint mark below the year, it means the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Millions of these coins entered circulation decades ago, passing through countless hands in grocery stores, banks, restaurants, and businesses across America. Many were eventually lost, damaged, or melted, while others found their way into family collections where they remain today. Now imagine discovering one inside an old coin album or inherited box. Most people would never think twice before spending it. But experienced collectors know that every old penny deserves a careful inspection. The condition of the coin is one of the biggest factors affecting collector interest. A fine condition coin should still display clear lettering and visible details, even though signs of circulation are present. Lincoln's portrait should remain recognizable, and the wheat ears on the reverse should still show much of their original design. Collectors also inspect the coin under magnification to look for unusual characteristics. Are the letters sharp? Is the strike well centered? Does the coin show any interesting die varieties or production anomalies? Even small details can spark excitement within the coin collecting community. Another important rule is preservation. Never clean an old wheat penny. Even gentle polishing or rubbing can remove the original surface and significantly reduce its appeal to collectors. If you believe you have an interesting example, store it safely and handle it only by the edges. One reason the Lincoln Wheat series remains so popular is that every coin represents a small piece of history. These pennies witnessed changing generations, major historical events, and everyday transactions over many decades. Today, collectors continue searching through estate sales, flea markets, antique stores, inherited collections, and coin rolls, hoping to discover something overlooked. Sometimes they find common coins. Sometimes they uncover an unexpected surprise. Now comes the question everyone is asking. What could a 1956D wheat penny be worth? The answer depends on several factors, including authenticity, condition, rarity, and current collector demand. Many ordinary examples are worth far less than sensational claims found online. However, according to the value information provided for this video, a desirable 1956D wheat penny in fine condition has been estimated at around $150,000 in the current market. That remarkable estimate is one reason collectors never stop checking old pennies before spending them. And we're not done yet. The final coin on today's list is the most exciting of all. It may surprise you with its incredible story and reported value, so stay tuned until the very end. Coin number 4. We've reached the final coin on today's countdown, and this one has generated plenty of curiosity among collectors and treasure hunters alike. Imagine opening an old wooden box that has been sitting untouched in your family's home for decades. Inside are dozens of worn-out coins collected by your grandparents years ago. Most appear ordinary, but one penny immediately catches your attention. The date reads 1941. There is no mint mark below the year. And when you flip the coin over, you notice something unusual. A dark or black-colored layer covering much of the reverse side. Could this be an ordinary coin that simply aged over time? Or could it be something worth investigating further? Welcome to coin number 4, the mysterious 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark. At first glance, this coin looks like many other wheat pennies produced during the early 1940s. On the front is the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse proudly displays 2 wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. For collectors, the absence of a mint mark means the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Millions of these pennies entered circulation during a period when the United States was approaching one of the most significant chapters in its history. These coins passed through countless hands, buying groceries, newspapers, candy, and everyday necessities. Today, many have disappeared forever. Some were damaged, some were melted, others remain hidden inside forgotten collections waiting to be rediscovered. Now let's talk about the unusual black layer on the reverse side. Over decades, copper coins naturally react with air, moisture, and chemicals in the environment. This process can create dark toning or surface discoloration. Sometimes the result is brown, sometimes almost black. In many cases, this is completely natural. However, experienced collectors still examine unusual surfaces carefully because appearance alone cannot determine whether a coin has something special about it. Professional experts inspect coins under magnification, checking for originality, damage, environmental effects, and possible mint-related characteristics. Condition is another major factor. Every visible detail matters. Is Lincoln's portrait still sharp? Are the letters easy to read? Do the wheat stalks show strong detail? Has the rim remained intact? Collectors often compare these features against official grading standards before estimating value. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is trying to clean an old coin. A dark surface may look unattractive to some people, but cleaning can permanently damage the original finish and reduce collector interest. For that reason, experts usually recommend leaving old coins exactly as they are until they can be professionally examined. The excitement of coin collecting comes from the possibility that an ordinary-looking penny could have an extraordinary story. People search estate sales, flea markets, garage sales, inherited collections, and old coin jars every day, hoping to discover a hidden treasure. Most searches end with common coins. But every once in a while, someone uncovers an example that surprises even experienced collectors. That possibility keeps the hobby alive. So if you ever come across a 1941 wheat penny with no mint mark, don't ignore it. Study the surfaces carefully. Inspect both sides under good lighting. Look for unusual characteristics, strong details, and signs of originality. Store the coins safely and avoid unnecessary handling. Now we've reached this question everyone has been waiting for. What could such a coin be worth? Actual market value always depends on authenticity, condition, rarity, collector demand, and professional grading. In most ordinary 1,941 Philadelphia wheat pennies sell for far less than sensational figures online. However, for the purpose of this video, the featured example is presented with an estimated market value of approximately $145,000. Whether you're a longtime collector or someone who just discovered an old penny in a drawer, one thing is certain: every coin deserves a second look. Because sometimes the smallest piece of change can carry the biggest surprise. If you enjoyed this countdown of rare wheat pennies, be sure to keep checking your old coins. You never know what hidden treasure might be waiting to be found.